Hi, this is Eric Martin with BoardGameGeek. I'm here with Yaro from Phalanx, and we're going to talk about
Hannibal, Rome versus Carthage.
Okay, which some people might know.
Yeah, we know it for already 20 years, right?
Okay.
It's 2016 now. The game has been first published by Avalon Hill 20 years ago. And on original board, on original box, you would see Hannibal, who was crossing the Alp mountains.
Right.
But we were 20 years after that. That's why we see Hannibal 20 years older.
Okay.
And who is at Zama, his last battle that he lost, the only battle that he's lost, which was the decisive battle that costed them, the Punic, the empire.
Okay.
So he has 20 years of history on his face. He's fighting his last battle, and we see how it goes.
Okay. And now maybe you can talk a little bit. We have no pieces here to talk about.
Yeah, we don't have
but
the pieces because we were at the stage of the design alterations,
Right.
where we cannot show yet the pieces, but we can show you the map and tell you a bit of a story. What I also like the connection is that the final battle took place in year 216 before Christ, and it's 2016 this year, which is a nice link. Again, nice link.
Okay.
So you know all the stars are in the right connections and
That's right.
in the right place for us to bring you this great game. What we were doing with this is a classic, so we don't want to change things. We want to make them look nicer, apply more simplistic and minimalistic look to it.
Right.
Nicer, easier, more game space because we
You
were.
could talk about the map in terms of how this is laid out here.
Yeah, exactly. So you know, we took that approach that we want more space in Italy and more space between the spaces, if you want. More gaming area here because in original versions everything was quite cramped here. People were trying to find the connections and couldn't really figure out. So we made a alteration to the way we present the surface. Like our camera is a little bit lower on the horizon rather than
So
right
just
on top.
elongate
Yeah,
Italy.
exactly. It's like if you were looking a little bit from that direction, right? Which is all right because there are not too many distortions. It still looks like Italy and Spain. The only difference is you have more space in Italy and enough space in Spain or in Africa to make playing easy and nice and sweet. We've also a couple of changes. You see the spaces are white and connections are white, so it's outstanding. You can see where you can move and all things which I consider, because I love this game. I've rated it 10. You can check on BGG, and I think that's the game I love the most. I found it difficult to find connections between spaces. I think I wasn't the only one. We were in black. We want them in white. We've worked with a couple of things here. We're making the lettering larger. We've adding another box here where we're showing the control of provinces. So you see at the glance who's controlling what and how can you adjust the political points on the map. There are a few other slight changes to setup. The setup, rather than showing the color of the space, we're showing a little mark in the middle because it's only relevant at the beginning of a play, and then it becomes a nuisance when you see the space that is in red, but you need to put a counter on it, so it's blue, so we don't know who that depends on. So fine but minor changes, which I hope would help the gameplay.
Okay. At least let you focus more on the gameplay. Like, you know, it's stuff you make invisible things that don't matter, or make clear things that do matter, but you would have had to.
Yeah, that they were not in the original design. They were not addressed properly. I think, you know, with 20 years of history of the game, we have a lot of material to learn from. We've been also playing the game itself very hard through all these years, and we've seen things. So we're just applying this knowledge to this design to make it user-friendly and a really nice experience. I can tell you more. We've worked on the naval movement, so we've streamlined it, and you only need one die to arrange the naval movement in a very simple way. You will just count the number of symbols that are plus and minus modifiers, but without all this minus plus to how many modifiers do you have. It is very simple and a kid can do it. You just count the number of colorful symbols and you arrive at the result. The attrition table is large, so you can see numbers from far away. You don't have to be breaking your neck to see what is there.
All us old guys now.
Yeah, because everyone's 20 years older, so you have to cater to that public.
All right.
We're also adding, it's not mentioned here on the box because it's still in the design stages, but we're also adding Hamilcar, the first Punic scenario. You can see the dates are different here on the box. So on the back of the board, you will have another board that would allow you to play the first Punic War with Hamilcar. I think there was a lot of time we waited for that game to be on the market, and Mark Simonich was kind enough to let us publish it. So this is where we are.
All right. Thanks very much for the overview.
Thank you very much.